has been the most stressful trip I have ever done, aside from like 10 years ago when Delta brought a broken plane and my whole group got sent to different countries. But I was only like 16, so I didn't know what was going on anyways. But this was the most stressful trip ever for no reason. All because Seattle doesn't know what salt is, essentially. So after cancellation after cancellation, after rebooking, after 2.5 hours on the phone with Delta, we did finally make it to Milan. Throughout this trip, we pretty much just took the buses and trains everywhere. It's so easy to get around the city just on the bus or the train, so we hardly ever needed to call a ride for anything. So we went looking for lunch before our photo shoot, and the place we wanted to go was closed, so we went into this random place. No idea what was on the menu. Turns out it was an exotic steakhouse or something with just all types of crazy animals on the menu. Check this out. After that really interesting lunch, we headed into the city where we finally met up with our photographer and got some really amazing shots. The next morning, we got up kind of early. We headed to this local grocery store to grab some snacks and some breakfast. They had this selection of like really fresh baked goods at really low prices, so that was perfect for us. Then it was time to head to the train station to take the train straight to Lake Como. So Lake Como is this really beautiful lake town, I guess, at the very northern tip of Italy, and it's really pretty. We found this like dock thing that we thought would take us to the other side of the town, but it turned out to be a bridge to nowhere. Under the sun. The next day we got up and we took the train straight to Rome. It's like a 3-hour ride on a really nice train, kind of like the Amtrak. And the first thing we did when we got there was to go find some food. The next day we were up from sunrise to sunset, just roaming around the city, seeing all the different famous places in Rome, all the famous structures and monuments. We really did this trip backwards because I feel like we needed so much more time in Rome. There's just so much to see that you cannot see it in a couple of days. But even still, we had a great time. And honestly, this just gives us another reason to go back another year. So I'm looking forward to that.